For PLU, number 2, Josh Reedway. For Cumberland University, number 3, John Smith. And for PLU, number 3, Jamie Thomas. For Cumberland, number 4, Shane Qualls. Number 5 for PLU, DJ Seidel. Number 6 for Cumberland University, Lily Hester. Number 6 for the Lutes, John Ruby. For the Bulldogs, number 9, Jamie Blair. For PLU, number 7, Ted Riddell. For Cumberland, number 11, Kevin Relford. And for PLU, number 8, Judd Benedict. For the Bulldogs, number 15, Keith Inglis. For PLU, number 9, Brad Christensen. For Cumberland, number 17, Doug Binkley. And for PLU, number 10, Ben Hunt. For Cumberland, number 19, Kevin Collier. And for PLU, number 14, Trevor White. For Cumberland, number 20, Sean Hollinsworth. For PLU, number 15, Carl Hosef. For the Bulldogs, number 21, Mike Dickerson. For PLU, number 16, Mark Wheatley. For the Bulldogs, number 22, Mario Porter. For PLU, number 17, Brian Alexander. For Cumberland University, number 26, Daniel Walls. For PLU, number 20, Chris Van Slichtenhorst. For the Bulldogs, number 27, Jamie Angel. For PLU, number 21, Scott Larson. For the Bulldogs, number 29, Keith Belafonte. For PLU, number 23, Keith Bolts. For Cumberland, number 32, Sean Rowe. For PLU, number 24, Jason Fawcett. For Cumberland, number 33, Isaiah Paul. For PLU, number 25, Rob McElrath. For Cumberland University, number 34, Scott Murray. For PLU, number 26, Mark Gibbons. For Cumberland, number 36, Travis McKnight. For the Lutes, number 28, Chad Barnett. For Cumberland, number 39, Terrence McLean. For PLU, number 29, Dave Aspol. For the Bulldogs, number 40, Robert Ingram. For the Lutes, number 30, Joe Turgeon. Number 42 for Cumberland, Terry Kirkland. Number 34 for PLU, Aaron Tang. Number 44 for the Bulldogs, Reginald Gibson. Number 35 for the Lutes, Todd Green. Number 46 for the Bulldogs, Cheech Oslands. Number 36 for PLU, Tom Barber. Number 48 for Cumberland, John Newman. Number 39 for PLU, Kirk Hamilton. Number 49 for the Bulldogs, John Calhoun. Number 40 for the Lutes, Mark Leaf. Number 50 for the Bulldogs, Chris Bundy. Number 41 for PLU, Albert Jackson. Number 54 for Cumberland, Corey Glover. Number 44 for the Lutes, Kevin Winder. Number 55 for the Bulldogs, Quentin Hendricks. Number 45 for the Lutes, Jim Shapiro. Number 56 for Cumberland University, Mike Marciano. Number 47 for PLU, John Roberts. Number 57 for the Bulldogs, Kyle Hoynes. Number 50 for PLU, Curtis Bonar. Number 64 for Cumberland, Matt Cottle. Number 51 for PLU, Brian Walker. Number 65 for the Bulldogs, Willie Bailey. Number 53 for PLU, Brian Cloud. Number 66 for the Bulldogs, Buck Luckford. Number 54 for PLU, Andrew Hershey. Number 67 for Cumberland, Charlie Trotman. Number 55 for PLU, Matt Mihalik. Number 68 for the Bulldogs, Jamie Miller. Number 58 for PLU, J.R. Soski. Number 71 for Cumberland, Jimmy Mays. Number 60 for the Lutes, Jeff Douglas. Number 72 for Cumberland, Chris Flack. Number 64 for PLU, Jeff Fritz. Number 79 for the Bulldogs, Ryan Riley. Number 68 for PLU is Mark Elliott. Number 80 for the Bulldogs, Jamie Keaton. Number 70 for PLU, Ryan Mankin. Number 81 for Cumberland University, Jay Massey. Number 74, Aaron Litterud. Number 83 for the Bulldogs, Alan Schoenbachler. Number 80 for PLU, 90 for the Bulldogs, Bill Kervin. Number 81 for PLU, Andrew Gray. Number 92 for the Bulldogs, Chad Harvey. Number 83 for the Loop, Carl Kynes. Number 95 for Cumberland University, James Massengill. Number 88 for the Loop, Gavin Stanley. Number 97 for Cumberland, Mark Anderson. Number 89 for PLU, Eric Burkett. Number 98 for the Bulldogs, Pat McEnroe. Number 90 for PLU, Josh Arnold. And number 99 for Cumberland, Tom Potter. And number 92 for the Loops, Jason Teal. The head coach for the Cumberland University Bulldogs is Herschel Moore, who is in his first year. The head coach for Pacific Lutheran University is Frosty Westering, who is in his 22nd year. To salute America, please stand as Susan Westering and Lorraine Lennox.
I don't have to ready.
And welcome back out to Spark Stadium, where Pacific Lutheran getting set to face Cumberland College University, I should say, out of Tennessee. And we had a chance prior to this game to talk to the head coach of the Bulldogs, Herschel Moore. Let's start off by just talking about your team. From what I've seen on the tapes and from what I've heard about the Bulldogs, you're obviously primarily a running football team. Is that deceptive? Do you throw the ball enough to keep defenses honest?
Well, our base offense was a wing T, which is a run-oriented offense, and the passes we run are, play actions off of our best run. So we're a run-first type team, along with the option game. That's the two things we emphasize.
Now, what about the surface at Spark Stadium? I know your team has had a chance to go over there and get the feel for the artificial turf. Have you played on artificial turf this season or in the past?
No, we never have. We've been playing the dirt. I feel it's terrible shape, but we went up middle Tennessee State in Murfreesboro, about 25 minutes away, and practice, Tuesday and Wednesday. Mm-hmm. But I don't think, I think that'll help us.
Now, the Cumberland program has been back in existence for 4 years now, and you went through the NEII. The Big Sky Conference, line judge Chuck Zubin. The field judge is Larry Labrie. The back judge is Rob West. The alternate is Clarence Leingang. Chad Barnett is back deep for PLU at the 10-yard line. Down to our right, PLU wearing the black tops, the white pants, the white helmets. Cumberland with the crimson-red pants and helmets and the white jerseys. The ball is teed up at the 35. Down to our left, Keith Inglis will kick it off. He approaches the football. It's off. It's high, and Barnett will take it at the far sideline at the 12 with a wall of blockers in front to the 20, to the 25, and ridden down. And so PLU will begin offensively here this afternoon. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, moving right to left. Take a look at the offense, of course. Mark Weekly, the senior record-setting. It's 1st and 10 for PLU. Weekly under center with two backs split and offset to the left. He'll send two receivers. Left, Barnett in the slot. On 1st and 10, the first play of the game. Weekly rolling to the near sideline, throwing, quick out, caught by Tang up to the 30-yard line, still on his feet across the 35, and then pushed out of bounds up across the 35 near the 37-yard. Should say, 2nd down and 1. Hash mark left side at the 35. He went out of bounds, out of the shotgun. Weekly takes the snap, rolling right away from pressure. He's going to run with it, tucks it under, has the first down, up near the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for PLU. Let's take a look at the defense now. 10 for PLU. Ball resting between the hashes at their own 44. Aaron Tang, the lone setback. 3 receivers, 2 go wide right. Shapiro comes wide left. Weekly takes the snap, passing, looking over the middle. He's got his tight end Stanley wide open into Bulldog territory down to the 40-yard line.
Weekly pass complete
So first down for PLU. Weekly from the shotgun has two receivers right, one left. A wing to the left side was Tang. He's back to pass, has time over the middle. He hits Tang. Tang in the open field, gets away from one defender, but can't get away from a couple of more as they swarm to the ball, and it's only a short gain of 3 on the play for PLU. So trips left. Barber, the fullback, the lone setback. Weekly under center on 2nd down and 8 from the Cumberland 38-yard line. Hash mark right side. And the handoff to the fullback, and Barber straight up field for a couple, and that is it. He's cut down from underneath. Coming off the bottom of the pile, the inside linebacker.
Good team against the rush. We saw it on the last play as Barber just gets a couple.
Weekly out of the shotgun, 2 back, split, and receivers left and right. Takes the snap, looking near side, now looks back over the middle, throwing deep downfield for Stanley, who had cut the pattern short, and the ball goes incomplete down at the 5-yard line. And Weekly fortunate that one was not picked off. Jonathan Smith at the 11-yard line. Weekly looked like he was going to fake, but he hangs one up. Fair catch called for it. Bounces at the 5 and goes into the end zone. Ted Riddell couldn't chase it down. And so Cumberland University will take over. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, moving left to right. The big guy, the fullback, Mario Porter, the 20, with 12:19 to go first quarter. Handoff. And over the left side, the right side, they come out to the 24-yard line for a gain of 4. Very plotting and methodical offense. They do get the job done. 2nd down and 6. Handoff to Rowe, trying to go over the left side. He's hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play. Benedict coming up to make the hit. And helping out, one receiver, Terrence McLean, is split in, will come wide right. They'll have a wing to the left side. That's Scott Murray. Back to pass, rolling to the near side. Jefferson looking. The ball is knocked down and incomplete. It looks like Mihalik. And also coming up was Brad Christensen from the free safety spot. One of the two got a hand up and knocked the ball in.
Time it was 2 rushing plays and 1 pass. Nice job by the Luke defense to stall this drive.
Chad Barnett is back at the 40-yard line of PLU. Here comes the punt. The Lutes were coming after it. They didn't get to it. Nice high hanging one will drive Barnett back to the 34. Comes to the near sideline. Looking for the sideline. Gets to the 40, the 45, midfield, and out of bounds into Cumberland territory. PLU coaches want a flag for a late hit out of bounds, but no flag is coming out. But PLU 29, hash mark left side. In fact, the nose of the football is back on the 50.
Downfield tacklers and turned the corner, picked up about 10 yards.
Weekly from the shotgun with 2 back split. Shapiro is the slot to the right side. Barnett comes left. Now Shapiro in motion right to left through the formation on 1st down, long snap count. Weekly gets the snap, blitz coming. He rolls near side, throws over the middle screen to Barnett. He's got pressure, breaks to the outside, has a block downfield, has the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. He's gone. 10, 5, touchdown PLU. Mega play by the Lutes, brought to you by Mega Foods at South 84th and Hosmer, where you can find great buys on Coca-Cola products. Mega Foods, proud Lute sponsors, and there is an example of the...
Barnett caught it, as we've seen so often this year, in full stride right across the middle, turned the corner, got a good block by a couple linemen, and got a nice downfield block. I'm not sure who blocked him. I think it was Stanley, but went 50 yards for the score.
Here's the extra point by Jamie Thomas. The kick is up. It's good. 10:48 to go first quarter, and our score is now Lutes 7, Cumberland nothing. You're listening to Luke Football on 1180 KLA 5 down to our right.
Really not much of a drive summary on that. Just one play, 50 yards. Chad Barnett, the nice reception and run for the score.
And now here's the kick. Thomas will send this one deep, and it will be taken at the 2. Hash mark left side across the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Breaks outside to the 25 and down at the 26-yard line. On the return for the Bulldogs was Reginald Gibson. 7-0. One receiver left, a wing in motion now through the backfield. Handoff, this is to Rowe over the left side, out to the 30-yard line, into the open field, and finally tripped up across the 35, close to the 1st down. In fact, he has it, a gain of 11. Average 4.5 yards a carry. Picked up 11 on that one. Here's the handoff. This is to Porter, and Porter, Yo-Yo, takes it up to the 40 for a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
182 on the ground.
And a running play, they try to sweep to the near side, and this is Rowe, tripped up by Judd Benedict, but he's able to stretch forward up across the 42 near the 43-yard line. That'll bring up Jonathan Smith checks in as a split in. He'll go wide left. Man in motion is Murray through the formation. Handoff to Rowe, breaks to the outside, looking for the 1st down marker. He's got it up near midfield into PLU territory. A 1st down for the Bulldogs as they run over the left side. Finally,
executed very well. Very intricate blocking schemes, and
inside handoff to the fullback, and he's hit and met at the line of scrimmage and driven backward. Once again, Jason Teal And Brad Christensen, listen, goes to the right side. And back to pass Jefferson over the middle. He throws, his tight end makes the catch, and he's up into PLU territory. The ball is loose on the ground, but recovered by Cumberland at the PLU 36-yard line. The tight end, Tom, 6'3", 230-pounder, a junior. And here's the run. They sweep it left side with Rowe across the 30, down near the 32, and he'll pick up close to 4. And on Qualls comes wide right, the split in. Rowe, I should say Murray, the wing, is in motion. And the handoff, and Ted Riddell is there to meet Mario Porter in the backfield, back at the 34-yard line. They're going to lose about 3. They'll send 2 receivers, one left, one right, with a slot to the left side. Jefferson back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Hit as he throws. It is caught for the first down up at the 20-yard line.
Give Jefferson a lot of credit that time. Albert Jackson was on him in a heart.
And Jackson at the ends, Jason Teal, Matt Mihalik, the tackles. On first down, the handoff. This is to Rowe, sweeping to the right side, has the 15, dragging the pile forward to the 10, and a yard shy of the first down. Good lead blocking by Mike.
Decided you better just to take a timeout.
2nd and 1, split backs. Jefferson back to pass, looking, throwing into the end zone. He throws this over the head of his intended receiver, the tight end Alan Schonbachler, well covered by Larson on the play. So power running game is back in for the Bulldogs. Jefferson under center, turn around, hand off to the deep back. He goes over the right side, gets away, touchdown Bulldogs. Sean Rowe with the score. His 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and it's 7-6 with 5-4.
A couple of loot defenders and went in virtually untouched behind the defense from 10 yards out.
And now the extra point attempt by Keith Inglis. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 5:44 to go, first quarter, and our score is now Pacific Lutheran 7. Clock time, 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. It's all even at 7.
Almost a 5-minute drive, 74 yards in 12 plays. Rowe a big part of that drive, 6 carries, 45 yards, including the 10-yarder for the touchdown.
Inglis has it teed up at the 35 down to our right. Chad Barnett for PLU inside his 10. And awaiting the kick. It is high, and this will be Barnett coming up at the 14. Right hash mark, breaks to the outside of the 20, and collared around the 22-yard line and pushed to the sideline. And so PLU's offense is back on the field. They were in 1993 and has set records virtually every week. Has 2 receivers left, 1 right. Single setback is Aaron Tang, offset to the right. Weekly under center on first down. Short drop, getting pressure, throws over the middle behind the intended receiver Gavin Stanley up at the 30-yard line. Pressure coming from Doug Binkley, and also an offset to the left behind the quarterback. Weekly under center. Maybe changing up at the line. Here comes the pressure. The handoff to Tang. Tries to slant over the left side. Gets forward for maybe a gain of 2 before he's hit by Robert Ingram, the junior outside linebacker from Irons left. Kites and Barnett will go right. Tang the lone setback, and Weekly in the shotgun. On 3rd down and 8. Everybody on the line defensively. Here comes the pressure. Weekly back to pass. Rolls right away from the pressure. Looking, still looking. Now throws down the far sideline. Catch made. First down. Now they're going to rule he was out of bounds, but he was pushed out. But incomplete is the ruling by the official. The catch was made by Aaron Tang. 93 was 2nd in the CFA. Averaged 39.2 per kick. Snap is back, and Weekly gets the kickoff. Line drive. Smith fair catch called for at the 44. And that's where the Bulldogs will start offensively on this drive. They scored on their last. 4:50 to go first quarter. We're tied at 7. Twice. On first down. And he keeps it himself. The flag comes out. He stumbles in the backfield for a loss of 1. Slipped on the surface back at the 43-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 11. 22-0 loss back in 1916 to Georgia Tech. The handoff. This is to Porter, and he's met in the backfield and dropped. Another loss on the play. Ted Riddell, Albert Jackson, and John Ruby all converging with help to the left side. And Jefferson takes the snap, rolling. Here comes the pressure, rolls on the near side, dumps it up, and short hopped it to Smith up at the 45-yard line, covered by Givens. And so it's incomplete, stops the clock, brings up 4th down.
Doug Binkley does a lot for this team. He made the tackle on the last punt that PLU had, or on the last kickoff after the score. Oh my.
PLU was coming after it. They didn't get it. They said they actually did deflect it. It gets downfield. They get the nice roll down to the 20 to the 15-yard line. Trevor White helps Binkley up. The official stepped in and said it was deflected, and therefore no roughing the kicker. But despite that slight deflection, the ball rolls all the way on 16, hash mark left side, and Weekly under center will send trips wide right. Tang is the lone setback, offset to the right, 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Weekly checking the defense, now steps in under center. It's a draw play to Tang. Tang breaks to the outside, has the 20, the 25, and trying to break free, gets out near the 30, should have the first down for PLU. And the tackle was made by...
Picks up a first down.
Jim Shapiro checks in. He comes wide left to the short side. Two receivers right. Barnett in the slot. Weekly from the shotgun. Blitz look coming from the linebackers. Now they drop off. And a movement by PLU on the right side. It looks like Douglas, the right guard, came up out of a three-point stance. A little 34 hash mark, I should say, from their own 29 hash mark left side with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. And once again, we are tied at 7. Same offensive set for PLU. Tang the lone setback. Weekly under center, or I should say out of the shotgun. Awaits the snap. Takes it, drops back. Here comes pressure from the outside. Comes back, swings the pass near sideline to Aaron Tang along the near sideline, looking for the block. He's to midfield. He's on his races. He's to the 30, looking for a block. He gets it down to the 10. He stumbles out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Finally pushed out by the last defender, Mike Dickerson, the strong safety, but Aaron Tang got 3 or 4 blocks along the near sideline. The diamond set right, throw it to Shapiro, touchdown, PLU. And that mega play by the Lutz was brought to you by Mega Foods. And how many times have we seen them go with 4 receivers wide right, isolate Shapiro to the
little pocket back there in the end zone and brought it in for the score.
Jamie Thomas into the game for the extra point attempt out of the hold of Carl Hoseth. The snap is back, it's down, it's on its way, it is up, and it is good. And 2:55 to go here in the first quarter, and PLU has regained the lead by 7 at 14-7.
Tom, it's interesting that the number 1 and 2 ranked teams are hosting. 3, 4, and 5 are on the road, so interesting first round pairings. PLU fortunate to be the host here in the first round, though.
Thomas tees it up, a short but high kick taken by Sean Buckler out of bounds. He's still in bounds apparently, gets up across near the 30. Now they say he did have his foot at the 24-yard line on the sideline, and so they'll... 2 backs are split, and a wing to the right side, handoff, and this is DeRoe, and he's wrapped up by John Ruby back at the 20-yard line. Looking for a hole to cut up field. It never developed, and Ruby comes knife right as the split in. Murray, the wing to the right side. The backs are shifting and split. And the handoff, no, keeping it is Jefferson. He runs into the back of his own lineman, then he's powered down at the 16-yard line. And leading the way was Josh Arnold, but help from Albert Jackson as well, who kind of helped wrap him up. And so a loss of 2 receivers, 1 left, 1 right. Here comes pressure. Jefferson hit as he threw the ball. It's up in the air, intended for the fullback, Porter, out of the backfield. He couldn't reach up and pull it down. Josh Arnold had coverage, and then the pressure at his own 44, down to our right with 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. See if PLU comes after it again. They've been sending everybody. Here they come. They won't get to this one. The kick is off. Barnett will take the line drive at his own to 47. Heads straight upfield to the 45. Into Cumberland territory to the 35 and down at the 33-yard line. Return of about 15 on the punt by. The offense will check back in.
Weekly it done defensively.
Cale Pylan will come wide left. Barnett and Tang in the slot to the left side. Weekly from the shotgun with Barber the fullback, the lone setback. 1st and 10 from the Cumberland 33. Weekly takes the snap, rolling right, looking left. Has time, throwing deep, looking for the end zone, looking for Barnett. He turns around, it is intercepted by Binkley in the end zone. His 8th pick of the season. A touchback will bring the ball out. Weekly had all sorts of time to throw the football. On first down, Jefferson will hand out to the fullback Porter. Backs his way across the 20 out near the 23-yard line for a gain of 3. Ted Riddell on the bottom of the pile for the left on the play. Ball to hash mark right side, a wing to the right side in motion. Murray through the formation, handoff to Rowe. Wrapped up by Jason Teal back at the 21. The big arm of Jason Teal just reached out and wrapped up PLU 14. Cumberland 7. You're listening to Luke Football on 1180 KLAY. Smith goes right. Back to throw Jefferson, rolling to the near sideline, chased by Riddell, heading upfield. He throws the ball over the outstretched hands of his intended receiver, Squalls, up at the 40-yard line. The pressure coming with 14:55 to go here in the second quarter. The snap is high. It's over the head of Binkley, back to the end zone. He slips and falls, picks it up, and he's hit, and they're going to spot it down at the 1-inch line, and it will be PLU football. Van Slichtenhorst and I think maybe Ted Riddell are going to get credit for the tackle, but the bad snap from center over the head of Binkley. He did well enough just to
getting on the board again.
Power formation for PLU, full house backfield. Weekly on the 21 special. Quarterback keep fumble, the football flag comes in. Chase for the football in the back of the end zone. No indication yet. We'll wait for the indication by the officials as they try to unpilot 5 yards back in the end zone. Cumberland says they have the football, and apparently they do. Now we'll have to check the flag. Could be a procedure or possibly offsides against Cumberland. We'll wait for the indication by the official. It is Cumberland football on the recovery. And PLU 16 in the turnover ratio, and they've got 2 here this afternoon. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Murray, the man in motion, hand off to the trailing back, and this is Rowe trying to break to the outside, but Scott Larson coming up from the corner, knifes in and cuts him down at the 9th. Terrence McLean, and he will come wide left. Smith goes right. Single setback with a slot to the left side. Smith in motion now. We have procedure, or do we have offside against Kevin Winder of the PLU defense? And Tiscombe wide left, Qualls in the slot. Smith goes wide right now. It is man in motion for left to right, back to throw, hit, the ball is loose, it's still on the ground, and finally it's ruled incomplete. Almost a play similar to one we had last year as Jason Teal popped the quarterback, Ted Riddell. The 15-yard line, hash mark left side. Hand off, no, Jefferson keeps it, tries the right side, powers his way back to the original line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th and 10 coming up, sailing over his head. PLU deflected partially a punt earlier in the first quarter, and they've got everybody in the line. 10 are coming after this one. Snap is back. They don't get the pressure. It's a line drive. Barnett will come up on it, take it at midfield, makes the catch, breaks to the outside, gets away from an ankle tackle, lost the football, and recovered by the Bulldogs at their 48-yard line.
Cumberland University recovers the fumble.
The Bulldogs, a power formation. 2 backs are split, and Jefferson back to throw, throwing it downfield, and it is caught across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Christensen with good coverage for PLU, but the reception made by Schoenbachler for the fine. Jefferson on 1st and 10 from the PLU 39. Jefferson under center. Man in motion, Murray. He gets the handoff. Coming this side, and he's hit and dropped in the backfield. The PLU pursuit was on top of him in a hurry, and leading the way from his linebacker spot was John Ruby. Right side, the backs are split and offset. Tight end Schoenbachler, strong left. Back to pass Jefferson, rolling near side, hit as he throws. It is incomplete. Looking for his tight end Potter up at the PLU 30. Potter out. Isaiah Paul checks in as an extra running back. Jefferson back to throw, tried to set up the screen to the right side, and the pressure coming. He could not get it to Paul with Jason Teal. PLU up by 7.
See if the Lutes can maybe take care of the ball a little better here on this punt return and their upcoming drive.
Not coming after it. Here's the punt short. Barnett's going to let it bounce at the 15 to the 10. It's rolling inside the 10 to the 5, and it's going to fall and finally stop rolling at the 2-yard line. And so PLU will take over 1st and 10 at their own 2, moving left to right.
Just handed a note by Larry.
He is the only wide receiver on the play for PLU. Double tight end, strong left and right. Weekly under center with 2 backs. Split Barber and Barnett on 1st down. Blitz look from the linebackers. They drop off. Weekly back in the end zone to pass. Has time. Steps up, throwing deep downfield for Aaron Tang. Tang on the run, off his fingertips at the PLU 40-yard line. Had split. 2nd and 10 for the Lutes from their own 2. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Weekly from the shotgun, back in his end zone. Here comes pressure. He's got time, throwing near sideline. Shapiro at the 12, turns the corner, bounced out of bounds at the 13, close to a 1st down. It'll depend. Come wide right to the short side. 2 receivers left. Kites in the slot of Barnett. Tang the lone setback, offset to the right, and Weekly under center on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, backpedaling, straight back, looking over the middle, throwing. Stanley, his tight end, had it and couldn't hold on up at the 20-yard line, then paid for it as Doug Binkley came in. Now we have a Highland goes left. Tight end Stanley is strong right. The backs are split and offset to the right, and Weekly is under center on 1st down following the penalty. Again, the linebackers filling the gaps. They drop off, hand off. Weekly keeps it the option near side, fakes the pitch, keeps it upfield across the 40 to the 41, and a 1st down as he picks up close to 12. Finally stopped by the strong safety, Mike Dickerson. The tight end is strong right. That's Gavin Stanley. 2 backs are split. The quarterback Weekly sends Barnett in motion right to left. He's back to pass, rolling to the left side, looking back the other way, puts one up too high and into the bench and out of bounds and incomplete. And not sure who the intended receiver was. Might have been Stanley. That's the short side. Backs out of the offset eye. Weekly takes the snap. Hand off to Tang. Tang with a big hole up the middle of the field. To the 50, to the 45, and down at the 44 of Cumberland, and a first down for the Lutes. Big hole right upfield where Tang will line up as a wing to the left side. One setback behind quarterback. Mark Weekly under center. That's Barnett. Now Tang in motion left to right through the formation. Long snap count. Weekly back. Fakes to Barber, looking down the near sideline, wide open is Chad Barnett at the 20, 15, cuts back at the 10, 5, touchdown, PLU. And that mega play by the Lutes brought to you by Mega Foods off I-5 at South 84th. The backers in the secondary, and that frees Chad Barnett.
Barnett found a seam, made a little juke move after he caught the ball on Mike Dickerson at about the 15, brought it in and scored from 44 yards out.
Jamie Thomas in for his third point after touchdown conversion. The ball skips back to Carl Hoseth, and they couldn't get it off. It was a low kick, might have bounced off a helmet, so it's no good. 9:55. Earl, quick, take over. To go before intermission, Jamie Thomas has it teed up at the 30. The Bulldogs, but this will be taken by McLean at the 2, at the left hash mark, across the 15 to the 20, and he's hit down by Van Slichtenhorst at the 22. Good job of open field tackling by Chris Van Slichtenhorst on McLean. Actually, that was, it was. Will quickly go wide right. That is Qualls. 3 backs behind the quarterback, hand out to the fullback, and he tries the right side, gets stood up and dropped back at the 21, may lose a yard in the play, and Jason Teals. McLean goes right. Falls is the slot to the right side. Now he's in motion, right to left through the formation. Back to pass Jefferson, getting pressure immediately, throws, tipped, caught by the tight end, and then hit from behind up at the 29-yard line by Judd Benedict. He may have gone forward for enough yardage to pick up the first. They need to get to the 33. It's at the hash mark left side at the 30. Here comes backside pressure. The throw is off. It's almost intercepted, as almost picked off by Brad Christensen at his shoestrings at the 32. Back at the 50-yard line, so PLU will only have 9 on the line. They may not be coming after this one this time, as Binkley awaits the snap from center. And the snap is back. He pulls it down. He gets the kick off. A high kick angling to Ted Riddell. He'll backpedal, take it at the 41. They get swarmed and get away from pressure, but ankle tackled, and he's going to lose about 7 on the return. But he did hold on to the football as the out NEIA Division II matchup. Chad Barnett, the lone setback, 5 yards off the line. Offset to the left behind Weekly under center. Stanley, the tight end, is strong right. On 1st and 10, the linebackers creeping up to the line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs. Weekly takes the snap, dropping back, throws, complete. Oh, his tight end, Gavin Stanley, had it. Had one-on-one with the linebacker, but it looked like he was looking at head up field before he brought the...
Just looked up field a little early.
He'll line up strong right as the tight end trips again, wide left. Lone setback Barnett. Weekly could be changing up at the line of scrimmage. Again, the linebackers creeping up. Now they back off. It's a handoff to Barnett, and Barnett hit in the backfield and dropped back near the 30-yard line. They'll mark his progress stopped at the 31, so PLU will lose 3. It'll be 3rd down and 13 from their own 31-yard line. Barnett. Tang is the lone setback. Now Tang and Weekly both look back to the official and call for a timeout with 7:47 left. Left kites in the slot inside of Barnett. Again, Tang the lone setback. Weekly takes the snap out of the shotgun. Fake right, looking near sideline, throwing to Shapiro, reaching back. It's deflected and goes incomplete. Almost picked off by Kevin Relfer, the extra
that he's had all season long. I think that's a pretty good credit to the defense of the Bulldogs.
Jonathan Smith back at his own 33, down to our right. The snap is back. Weekly will get the kickoff. It's a high hanging kick. Drives Smith back, bounces, and touched by Riddell and rolls at the 30-yard line, but he initially touched it at the 32, and that's where they'll be. 7.5 remaining in the first. I should say Porter gets the carry over the left side and brings it up forward for a short gain of 2 on the play. Left. Squalls will be the slot to the left side, single setback. Jefferson back to pass, getting pressure, throwing, tried to outlet it to Squalls, and it's incomplete. Again, short hopped and mashes, but they come in with a power formation. And Jefferson hands off to Rowe, trying to bounce away, but he can't do it. Albert Jackson had him around the ankles back at the 28. And another loss on the play of 2, bring up 4th. He gets congratulations as he comes to the sideline. John Roberts, another defensive lineman who we'll see off and on this afternoon. First to congratulate Jason Teal. Now here's the punt by Binkley. He gets it off. It's a short kick. It'll bounce at the 47 in Cumberland territory, and they'll immediately drop on it as it was starting to head back toward the line of scrimmage and in the first half.
Not a good punt. Exciting team.
Mark Weekly, who's thrown for a couple of more touchdowns, 32 now on the season, has trips wide left, a single set to the right side Stanley. The single setback 4 yards off the line is his fullback Tom Barber. Barber gets the handoff, looking for some running room, but he's cut down at the line of scrimmage by John Calhoun, the defensive end. The June wide right to the short side split backs. Tight end Stanley is strong right. Weekly barking out the signals on second down. Option play to the near side. Keeps it himself. Pitch back to the big fullback Barber. Cuts up field across the 45 down to the 44 for a short gain of 3. He stayed inside of Barnett to the short side of the field. Weekly out of the shotgun on 3rd and 6. Backpedaling. Has time. Look right. Throwing over the middle. He has his tight end Stanley at the 30. Complete. And he's got the first down to the 29-yard line. Hit and wrapped up by Doug Binkley. But a first down for PLU.
Now, Tom, we talked about
in the slot to the right side. Weekly under center with split backs Barber and Barnett. And the handoff to Barnett, trying to break to the outside. He does. He gets to the 25, cuts back into the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, PLU. And that mega play by the Lutz brought to you by Mega Foods, just off I-5 at South 84.
Speed, speed, speed. Chad Barnett has got it. He used it on that last
snap. Will go for the 2-point conversion. Time they come with a diamond 4 set left, and Shapiro isolated to the right side. Weekly under center. Ball spotted at the 3s, back to pass, has some time, looking, getting hit from the backside, spins away, still on his feet, looking, now he's hit, back at the 12, gets away, running back at the 20, gets a block, looking, throwing all the way back to the end zone. Barnett is open at the back end zone, he's hit at the last second, it goes incomplete. Good job by the corner, Gibson, to hit Thomas's kick is sent high and deep, taken at the 5 by McLean, reversed to Schunbachler, cutting to the outside across the 10 and dropped short of the 20-yard line at the 17. And the stop made by Fawcett win here this afternoon. Qualls will come wide left, the lone receiver. Double wing formation, man in motion, Murray going right to left. Jefferson back to pass, here comes the pressure, and he's wrapped up by Josh Arnold back at the 5-yard line. Arnold will get credit for the stop, but everybody was coming on that one. Jackson and Teal are also in the vicinity. Josh Arnold just happened to be the first for 12. He knows that they're going to have to throw here now. They can pin the ears back. Here's the draw play upfield, but it's all wrapped up by Jason Teal as they get across the 5 out near the receiver, wide right. And 2 in the backfield, and now Murray in motion right to left the wing. Hand off to the fullback. No Jefferson on the keep, and he's dropped back at the 1-yard line. Christensen came out of the pile with a football, but they ruled him down. And 9 on the line for PLU. They'll all be coming after this one unless they decide to set up the return as Barnett awaits the kick at his 30, or I should say at the Cumberland 30. Snap is back, and he gets the kickoff. It's high but short. And this will be Ted Riddell calling for the fair catch. He and Barnett both converge on it. They both call for the fair catch, make the catch, and now we have an illegal fair catch. They both call for it and both caught it. Before intermission, power formation for PLU. 2 backs, a wing to the right side. Aaron Tang, Weekly, fakes the handoff, getting pressure, steps up, looking into the end zone. Gavin Stanley, touchdown, PLU! Stanley got behind the extra defensive back Kevin Relford and bobbled it for a moment, but brought it in before he went out of the back of the end zone, and the official raised the arms. Went up 32 points in a ball game, let alone a first half. 2-point conversion attempt for PLU. Weekly out of the shotgun, getting some pressure, steps up, has some room, rolls to the outside, looking into the end zone. It's caught at the goal line. 2 points to Aaron Tang. So PLU gets 2 back. 2:08 to go here in the first half, and they extend their lead over the Bulldogs to 34-7. You're listening for the 2-point conversion. And now it's teed up at the 35 down to our left by Jamie Thomas, kicking deep to McLean and Gibson at their own 5. This will be McLean at the left sideline to the 10, breaking to the other side, fakes the reverse, takes it across the 15 to the 20 into the open field, and he's wrapped up by Green at the 30-yard line with help from Fultz. Nice Qualls in the slot to the left side, single set Smith to the right. Back to pass Jefferson, but whistles blow. Possible delay of game coming up now. The clocks were down to 15 seconds, so McLean will come wide left, Paul's in the slot, and Smith goes wide right. A single setback. Jefferson back to pass. Backside pressure, it's loose. Picked up by Benedict.
Oh,
he's going in. Touchdown, PLU. Deja vu all over again as PLU picks up the fumble by the quarterback, and it's picked up by a linebacker. Last week it was Riddell causing the fumble, Jackson recovering it for the score. This time Jackson causes the fumble and Benedict gets the score.
Well, Albert Jackson came in like a lightning bolt from the blind side, rocked Jefferson pretty well. Benedict, being the right man in the right place, picked it up on about the 7-yard line, went in untouched, and the Lutes are cruising right now.
And once again, they will go. PLU will have Carl Hoseth in as a receiver wide right, and backs are split. Weekly looking for Hoseth in the back of the end zone. He goes up, almost had it pulled in, but good coverage by Relford in the back corner, and it goes incomplete. And so with 1:53 left here in the first half, PLU now up 40-7. Remember, this game was tied. Brian Flatham, first team offensive line. Chad Barnett, first team running back. Other defenders who made the team, Albert Jackson and Jason Teal. Jamie Thomas's kick will be taken by McLean at the 3, left hash mark, across the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Bounces off a defender and dragged down from behind up at the 25-yard line by Green. And also,
Jefferson just not getting the time to unload the ball.
And he'll hand off to the fullback. Porter hits the line and then backpedals his way across the 25 up to the 27. A short gain. Kevin Wintz, they have surrendered to an opponent this season, was 28 points, and that was to Evansville on first down, second down, I should say. The run go in that game. It is 3rd down and 3, and misdirection, handoff to Rowe, bouncing to the outside, getting swarmed under and dropped back at the 26 by Ted Riddell, Trevor White, and also Kevin Winder. In the ball game for the Bulldogs is going to be Inglis. Low snap, takes it up off the turf, gets it off. It's high but short. Fair catch called for by both Barnett and Riddell, and it's Barnett at the PLU 45 who makes the catch. So, of
course, the defense scored the last touchdown. It took 6 seconds in their second to last touchdown.
And Tang. Single setback is Barber. Stanley, the tight end, a strong right. Weekly rolling left. Has time, throwing on the run, downfield to Barnett, makes the catch at the 25 and out of bounds. Pushed out by Dickerson, the strong safety, but not before the gain.
Within Thomas's reach for a field goal as well.
Aaron Tang will come wide right. Weekly out of the shotgun, maybe changing up. Two backs are split, one single receiver. Pyland is wide left, back to pass, quick out to Tang. Tang spins toward the sideline, has his roam, down to the 5, touchdown, PLU.
Tom, we've been talking about trying to put PLU's offensive players in one-on-one situations. That time Sean Hollingsworth was
bounced back to the holder, Carl Hoseth. This one's back, it's back, and the kick is on its way, and it is good. 32 seconds remaining here in the first half, and PLU here at Spark Stadium. Seconds left on the clock, and Thomas has it teed up at the 35-yard line. McLean and Gibson are back deep for Cumberland University, and the kick will be to McLean, right side at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and to the 25, and then he's fumbled the football. It's loose, but the officials, I think, are going to spot it down at the 26. In what they call the soul train, which is like a 3-man eye. Hand out to the second back, and he gets it out to the 30, possibly the 31. Tackled by Christensen, and that was the PLU faithful along the near side are on their feet, cheering on their team, and the offensive unit huddled up at midfield along with head coach. And here we go with the second half kickoff. Jamie Thomas for PLU kicks it high and deep, left to right, taken at the goal line by Gibson across the 10, breaking to the outside to the 15, to the 20, and up to the 23-yard line before he is stopped by the PLU coverage team. And
with the entire second half, 40 points is 40 points.
The handoff is to Rowe to the left side across the 25, breaks out to the 27-yard line. He'll pick up 5, will bring up 2nd and 5. Tackled by Larson Rube.
Getting 24 yards, officially 2 yards.
And on second down, they try to go right into the teeth of the PLU defense, and they're stopped at the line of scrimmage. Again, Rowe on the carry.
+2 for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 6, Murray in motion, handoff to the fullback. No, it's a fake. The quarterback keeps it, and he runs into Ted Riddell back at the 22-yard line, and he is sacked by Riddell and it will be just right down below us, awaiting the kick. The snap is back, and Inglis gets the kick off. High but short, fair catch called for by Riddell, takes it at the 48-yard line in Cumberland territory, and PLU checks onto the field offensively. Baskevold is going to check in as the fullback, third quarter. From the 48-yard line, hash mark right side in Cumberland territory, moving left to right. Weekly takes the snap, fakes to Tang, back to pass, getting pressured, rolls left, throwing. It is incomplete. Barnett, one receiver deep, and Askevold, the fullback, was short, and it falls between.
Knows he may even get 7.
And 35 on the season now for Weekly, the senior out of Rogers High School in Puyallup. From the hash mark right side, and Weekly may be changing up at the line of scrimmage. He has 2 receivers left. Here comes the blitz, handoff to the fullback. Askevold bounces off the blitzing linebacker and stumbles forward and gets across the 45 down to the 44. Chris Bundy, the middle linebacker, the junior out of Hendersonville, was coming on the blitz, and Askevold bounced right off of him.
And one other number that we're going to have to keep an eye on here in the second half is Mark Weekly. He needed 431 total offense yards to reach 10,000 for his career. He threw for 376 and rushed for.
From the shotgun, back pedals, looking near sideline, throws complete to sliding Shapiro. Nope, incomplete, off his chest, and it goes incomplete, stops the clock, and it'll be 4th down for PLU. The 10 to our right for the Bulldogs. And let's see, with 2 receivers left and 1 right, if they maybe fake the punt. It's a low snap. Weekly will pick it off the ground. He kicks this one. A nice high hanging kick will bounce at the 5 and go into the end zone. Ted Riddell almost got down there, but he could not get down in time to keep it from going.
To reach the 1,000 mark.
3 in the backfield, bobbled snap, and Jefferson gets the handoff to Porter, and Porter powers his way over the right side out to the 25 for a gain of 5. So known as Yo-Yo for his running stop.
2 in the first half, but we'll see if he can up that here in the second.
Back to pass. Jefferson is swarmed under back at the 19. Judd Benedict, who already has a touchdown to his credit with a recovered fumbling return. This time he gets back there. Dell will line up linebacker strong right. And on 3rd down, a little shovel pass. It's caught by the back, cutting through, and then he gets upended at the 25-yard line. That is Schoenbuckler, the tight end. And Todd Green wrapped him up high and just kind of flipped him. Has checked in, and he will return the punt for PLU. He's at his own 43 down to the left. Rydell is the up back at the 45 of Cumberland. There's the kick by Inglis. And this is going to bounce at the 45, taken by Requay. And Requay at the 49 for the Lutz is stopped there, so no return. Reserves as Requay and Seidel on the punt. Barnett and Tang. And a single setback, the fullback Dave Askevold, 5 yards out the line. Weekly from the shotgun with the tight end Pyland, strong left, takes the snap. Rolling to the near sideline, avoiding pressure, throwing on the run. It is caught by Kites along the near sideline to the 30. Stutter steps up to the 25-yard line with a little juke move on the safety. Gets 5 more yards around Dickerson before he reaches back and makes the tacklers go left. And the backs are split and offset to the left. Now Askevold, the fullback, in motion out of the backfield. Movement along the line. Both sides jumping. Carl Kites a little anxious to go wide left. Tang will be the wide out, and the slot back will be Barnett. Askevold, the fullback, is the lone setback, 5 yards off the line, double tight end. It is Askevold on the carry over the left side. Big hold to the 25, bounces off a defender and gets forward close to the 20-yard line. And a gain of 10 on the play.
With as it's well in hand.
They gave him 4, so it's 14, so it's 2nd down and 6 from the 21. Ball between the hashes. Weekly under center. 2 backs, a wing to the right side, Tang double tight end, handoff to the deep back, and this is Barnett over the right side across the 20 down near the 19, and that'll bring up 3rd down. We approach the 8-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. It's 3rd down and 5 officially for the Lutz, as there was no gain on that last play. Split backs behind Weekly, and he's going to call for the timeout at the 8:01 mark with our Carl Kites. The tight ends are left and right respectively. Barnett is a wing to the right side. The backs are split behind Weekly under center on 3rd down. Weekly, maybe again changing up at the line of scrimmage as he brings the hand up to the Hemmel to syndicate something, and handoff is to the fullback, and this is Askevold straight up field for only 1, down to the shotgun with back split. Barnett and Askevold, the fullback. The snap is back. Weekly getting pressure. Here comes the blitz. Rolls on the near sideline. Steps up. Throwing. Complete. Cut by Kites. Breaks away at the 10. 5. Touchdown. PLU.
Mark Mark Weekly now with 6 touchdown passes this afternoon to 5 different receivers. Carl Crane's gets into the action with
making the most of his opportunity here this afternoon. Snap is back. The extra point attempt on the way by Jamie Thomas is up and good. 7:10 left in the third quarter, and PLU now on top 54-7. You're listening to Luke Football. Off, talking with offensive lineman Jeff Douglas. Jamie Thomas, meanwhile, kicking left to right high, and this will be Gibson at the goal line. Hash mark left side. Here comes the reverse. They fake it. It's Gibson across the 10 to the 15 and short of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And Todd Green again with the tackle for the special teams, helped by Robert back. And Porter takes it across the 20 out near the 23 for a gain of about 3.5. Will bring up second down in a long 6. As we back spot, it is second down and 7. Handoff, sweeping to the right side, and undercut in the backfield. And we'll get a number there. Josh Arnold wrapped the defender, his teammate. It looks like it was Roberts, left off last week against the UPS. And back to throw Jefferson, rolling to the near side, tucks it under, is going to run, gets away from one defender, has some room along the near sideline to the 35, to the 40, and pushed out of bounds by McElrath. He has the first down, pushed out into the front. First and 10 from their own 44. Fumbled snap. It's loose on the ground. The scramble for the loose ball back at the 42. And the Bulldogs hold on. And Murray the wing to the left side. Jefferson back to pass, rolling right. Has some time throwing deep downfield. Has Qualls, and it's almost intercepted on a short pass by Green, who is second on the PLU team in picks. And possible snow over the next 2 days. On third down and 11, Qualls in motion right to left through the formation. Jefferson back to pass, drops one over the middle to his tight end. He's kicked cat and then hit immediately by Green up at the 46-yard line for a back to receive the punt. Requay the up back at the 36 and Seidel back at the 27 for PLU. And yet another punter in the ball game for the Bulldogs. Looks like Jamie Keaton, bad snap, he bobbled it, it's loose, and he's going to get hit and dropped by Josh Arnold. Threw it in the air, picked off, and they're going to blow it dead, and it'll be first down for PLU as Lance Lichtenhorst took it out of the air, but he threw that one off his back. So he was down when he threw the football. And that's a highlight film there for you.
That's actually a good call, because when he the punter was down, the ball, as soon as the ball or as soon as the man hits the ground, the play is dead. And
Carl Hoseth is the new quarterback. Eric Burkett has checked in as a tight end, strong left. Josh Requay, Joe Turgeon are the back. Seidel, the split end left, comes in motion left to right through the formation. Toss sweep right side to Requay, has some blocking in front, gets the near sideline to the 30, dragged down from behind by the tight end, strong right. Burkett left, wing to the left side, and the backs are split. Hoseth, the junior, reserve quarterback. Second offensive play and movement by Mark Elliott, the left guard for PLU. He was off and running. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left. Hoseth brings the team up to the line of scrimmage. Turgeon and Seidel are the backs, split and offset to the left. Requay the wing, and here's moving on the right side of the offensive line this time. And Aaron Linnerud and Jeff Douglas.
Consecutive penalties, and it's second and 16 now for the Lutes.
Might be that Douglas and Linnerud are used to the cadence of Mark Weekly and not yet used to Carl Hoseth's play call at the line. He's out of the shotgun on second down and 16. High snap, pulls it down, has some time, sets up, throws over the middle. It's blocked down. It was intended for Stanley up at the 35, but goes in. Will go wide left. Turgeon, the fullback, the lone setback. 5 yards off the line, offset to the left behind Hoseth. Now he shifts directly behind his quarterback on third and 16. Blitz look coming from the linebackers. Here they come. Handoff to Turgeon. The fullback piles into the line of scrimmage and pushes it forward for a couple down to Schoenbachler is the lone return man, the safety back at the 10 for Cumberland. The snap is back, and Thomas's boot is a high hanging kick heading toward the end zone. Will bounce at the 5, goes straight up in the air, and Trevor White will bring it down at the 2-yard line. Jamie Thomas with an excellent kick, and he continues where he left off. Great tune-up for this afternoon. They've sort of picked up where they left off. It's otherwise mostly second-team unit off defense. Jefferson in the end zone, turning to pass, throwing, looking for Squalls. It's up in the air. Alexander battling Squalls for it up at the 25. It's off the fingertips and goes in down and 10. And Jefferson rolling right, looking to throw, dumps one over the middle. It's deflected at the line and goes incomplete up at the 8-yard line Roberts applying pressure on. And one receiver right. Now we have a flag, and I think they used up too much time as one clock is down to 0 in the end zone, and that's in fact what they did. So in this time, they could possibly come up with a safety here. The snap, Jefferson back to pass, throwing quick out, caught but dropped immediately. The receiver along the far sideline. As again, PLU with excellent defense. Back to receive DJ Seidel at the Cumberland 30. Keith Inglis awaiting the snap, is on the back end line. The snap is back, and he will get the kickoff. Seidel will let it bounce at the 25, picks it up, touched the football, then it got knocked out of bounds, or did it? And it is going to be Cumberland football at the 29-yard line. Soul Train offense, 3 backs straight in a row behind the quarterback, and the handout to the deep back, and he's hit for a loss in the play. Ball comes loose after the whistle. So they'll, along with Jamie Angel, the wing, the handoff. This is to Rogue, trying to sweep to the near side, runs into McElrath, tried to bounce off of him, but couldn't get away, and is dropped at the 29 after a gain. One receiver goes wide right, and Jefferson rolling right with the snap, ran into his own offensive lineman, now follows him downfield, but gets wrapped up at the 35, and he's 5 yards shy of the first down. And coming through, Reque is the up back at midfield for PLU. We're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. The snap is back. Inglis gets the punt off. Line drive. Seidel comes up, lets it bounce at the 45. This one's going to roll back towards the 30, inside the 30, and come dead at the 28-yard line of PLU with 30 seconds left in the second unit for PLU. Carl Hoseth, the quarterback. A tight end spot. He is lined up strong left. Backs are split. A wing to the right side. On 1st and 10 from their own 28, shifting in the backfield, the fullback, Joe Turgeon. Here's the snap, fumble snap, and recovered by whom as they battle for it at the 30-yard line. We have no indication yet. It may have been recovered by PLU. I think it was Turgeon who recovered the fumble. To 7, and they have it 2nd down and 8 from their own 30. Ball resting between the hashes. They move right to left here in the final period of play. Backs are split. And man in motion. Stopped his motion in time. Handoff to Reque over the left side. Big hole. Cuts to the outside of the 40. Cuts back inside. Ripped down at the 45-yard line. But a gain of 15, 16 yards and a first down. No flag. And they pick up 16 out to the 45. Hash mark left side. Backs are split. One receiver wide right. Seidel. Backs are shifting. Turgeon now right directly behind his quarterback. Handoff. Reque over the right side. Pulls the pile forward up to midfield. And a yard deep into Cumberland territory to the 49. Split. And double tight end, Kites and Burkett. Hoseth under center on 2nd down with 13:59 to go in regulation. Handoff to Turgeon, the fullback over the right side. Big hole across the 45 down to the 42, and a first down for the Lutes. They'll spot him down officially at the game after they were sitting kind of waiting for the end to come, leading by 54-7. Hoseth under center with 2 backs split and a wing to the right side. Handoff to Reque, sweeping to the left side. Hit, bounces off a defender, dives forward across the 40 for a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. But it's all coming to an end here at Spark Stadium. 2 backs are split. Seidel, the man in motion, goes left to right through the formation. Double tight end. Hoseth handoff over the right side. Little dive play. And this is Reque just bowling his way forward, driving those legs with his back to the defense.
A favorite with the huge win the next year.
3rd down and 1 for the Lutes from the 34 of Cumberland. And Hoseth wants a timeout. Took a look at the defense as he got under center. Didn't like what he sees, so he
wait to the end of this play and announced something just told to me by Nick Dawson.
2 backs split behind Hoseth. One receiver, Reque, comes in motion right to left through the formation on 3rd and inches. Handoff. This is Seidel over the left side. Has a hole across the 30 down to the 28. Flag comes in late. We may have holding coming up against PO. And inside the 45, hash mark left side. And it's 3rd and 12 now for PLUs. They need to get down to the 33 for the first down. Reque is the receiver. He's wide right. Backs are split. Double tight ends. And Hoseth changing up at the line of scrimmage possibly here as he looks up from center. Now he's back to pass, 2-step drop, looking for Reque in the flat right side. He puts the move on the defender, gets down the sideline to the 30, to the 25, and out of bounds near the 20, and a first down.
Well, again, you know, we talk about the one-on-one situations. Reque.
Receiver right, that's Reque. The backs are split. Reque comes in motion right to left through the formation. Hosett take the snap, handoff Seidel, sweeping to the right side, cuts inside, trying to get down across the 20, but pushed back after a gain of 1. James Massengale came through to force the pile back the other direction by the end of our game here this afternoon, so stay tuned for the post-game show. 2nd down and 9 following a 1-yard pickup. Hosett, toss sweep left side to Seidel, looking for a block, cuts up field. He's got the 15, driving the pile to the 10. Dragged down from behind by Dickerson, but it's a first down for PLU. It'll be first. And Seidel to the short side, the left side. Reque goes wide right, double tied in. On 1st and goal, handoff Turgeon, the fullback, slants over the right side, drives the pile down near the 7 for a gain of 3. And he is stopped. One of those
he chooses to do, hopefully by the end of the game.
2nd down and goal, receivers left and right. Turgeon the lone setback, double tied in formation for the Lutes. Blitz look, here's the handoff. Turgeon straight up field to the 5, walks in, touchdown, PLU.
Nothing fancy on that. To be perfectly honest, wanted to score on that play, but you can't blame the backups for trying to do their best as they've now reached the 6th.
Still were able to score with the second team offense. Thomas's extra point kick puts plenty of leg into this one, and it's good. 9:30 left in the game, and PLU extends them. 9.5 remaining, and PLU on its way to a first-round victory, a very lopsided victory at that. They lead it 61-7. Jamie Thomas kickoff goes deep. And this will be McLean at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, across the 30, down at the 31-yard line. So he returns at 26. And so Cumberland has the foot to see some playing time here in the postseason.
Yeah, Tom, the largest.
10 from their own 30. Ball sits between the hashes. He takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking near sideline. Steps up. Gets wrapped up and dropped back outside the 20. He's dropped at the 23-yard line. Mangan and Robert.
Back right now is unofficially 13 carries for -5 yards. That includes a 25-yard positive run. Of course, most of his minus yardage on quarterback sacks.
2nd and 16 officially from the hash mark right side at their own 25. The handoff. They try to sweep to the left side, and Van Slichtenhorst comes through from his nickelback spot and brings down Isaiah Paul. A lost Blair under center with 2-back split. And he hands off, fakes to Paul, going to run it himself, hit, but he's able to throw, gets the pass off, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. About 7 yards downfield. That was yard line awaiting the kick from Inglis. He'll be kicking away from his own 5-yard line down to our left. And the snap is back and the kick is off. It's high. This will drive Seidel back to midfield. The fair catch signal is made, and he brings it at the 50-yard line. So PLU will bring in the offense back of the afternoon for PLU. 10 hash mark right side, moving right to left. Hunt under center on 1st down. Obviously PLU going to run the football. They hand it to Turgeon, and Turgeon, the fullback, takes it over the right side. He just pulls the pile back downfield to the 45-yard line. Cumberland 45, hash mark right side. Hunt will have 3 men in the backfield, so a full house, and he looks up, asks the official for a timeout, gets it. 7:12 left in the game, although they lead it 61-7. Hunt brings the offensive unit up to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 5 from the 45 of Cumberland. Hash mark right side, 2-back split. A wing to the left side is Seidel. Double tight ends. Blitz look, hands off. This is to Reque. Hurdles the line of scrimmage and piles forward and drives down to the 40-yard line, and this should be a
opponent.
Eric Burkett, who is in there in his place, probably would have been in here anyway, is lined up as the tight end strong left. Kites is strong right. A wing to the right side. A handoff to the big fullback. Turgeon breaks into the open. Bounces off a defender and gets down to the 30-yard line. Picks up the first down, plus 10 more. And the lone receiver on the play for PLU. The backs are splits, double tight end. Kites and Burkett. Burkett strong left. Kites right. And movement by Burkett as he jumped. Saw some movement along the defensive front.
5 penalties for 41 yards.
So they move it back just outside the 35. It'll be 1st down and 15 for PLU. Reque again will come wide left. The backs will be split. Burkett, the tight end, is strong left. Kite strong right. Hosett, I should say Hunt, option play. Hands off to the fullback. The dive. The ball is loose, but Burkett makes up for the penalty earlier. Recovered the fumble by Seidel after the gain of 5. Back to the... We're seeing some second-team defense here as well, we should mention, for Cumberland. So that's one of the reasons PLU finding some running room. And they continue to keep it on the round as Hunt hands off to Reque, sweeping left. And he's bottled up across the 30 down to the 28-yard line for a gain of only 1. And Hunt quickly comes to the side.
The 34-point margin of victory set last year. with the 54.617 lead so far.
3rd and 7, Seidel in motion. Toss sweep right side to Requay. Almost lost the football. Picks it up. Has some room. Has the first down as he slides across the 20 down to the 18-yard line. And Josh 100% into their effort. Josh Requay will come wide left. The two backs are split. Double tied in. Hand off to the fullback. Turgeon cuts upfield and hurdles the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Close to a first down. As he rips off 9, it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Come into games like this and it's not such of a big deal.
Turgeon the lone setback as receivers go left and right on 2nd and 1. Turgeon gets the handoff, powers over the left side, reaching forward, gets pushed back, and he did not pick up the first down, so he got back. Double tight ends for the Lutz. Hunt, the 3rd quarterback, takes the snap, toss sweep right side. This is Requay, and he's driven down in the backfield by Massengill, and then a flag comes in late, probably a holding against Seidel. Comes wide left, Requay goes right. Turgeon the lone setback. Hunt the center, under center, the quarterback hands off to Turgeon, bounces forward, drives the pile forward to the 10 for a gain of 3. They did not pick up the first down, so they will turn it over on downs, and PLU's attempt to get the record for most points. Blair, the quarterback, hands off and twisting and turning his way up near the 20-yard line is Paul. Finally wrapped up, but a nice bit of running that time by the reserve. And the handoff is to Paul, and he stutter steps across the line of scrimmage, but dropped at the line for no gain as Hershey and the rest of the defensive front coming through for PLU. Mark Leaf, Ryan. And here comes the defense crashing through for a sack. John Roberts drops Blair. Actually, that's Paul who took the handoff, but it's a loss all the way back to the 6th touchdown that came in the first quarter. It had tied the game up at 7-all. Here's Blair rolling left, getting pressure, hit. It's up in the air. It's grabbed by an offensive lineman, and he's tackled. Flags come flying through. The pass was not deflected, so he's an ineligible receiver. But good job of catching the ball by
from the 1-8, 2-7 teams from previous years into this year's 9-1 team, and certainly nothing to be ashamed of this afternoon. One of 16 teams in the country to advance to the playoffs, and despite the lopsided score today, no reason to hang their heads at all.
The penalty ineligible receiver. The ball is back at the 9-yard line. They're punting it away on 4th and 21 with 30 seconds left. We may get a chance to break that record. Seidel will call the fair catch, backpedaling to the 45. He pulls it in. They'll spot him down at the 44-yard line. Chris Flatt was coming flying here, and they will take a weekend off and return to action December. They'll lose a yard in the play, but that's incidental. 30 seconds and counting. That's probably the final play of the game here this afternoon at Sparks Stadium as they just watch the clock roll off now. Seconds. The players now coming onto the field to congratulate each other for their performance this afternoon, and certainly PLU's performance here indicative of what type of team that they have had here in 1993. The explosive offense and a very good pursuing defense. And Cumberland's first venture into postseason play is quite a learning experience as the Bulldogs fall to the Lutz. Our final score, Pacific Lutheran.